They love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Baltimore Ravens. Set to return. This is Brandon Cooks. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Watson now to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Let's get that swagger, y'all.
The way in. Touchdown, New England. Brandon Cooks. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Pats have taken the early lead.
His kick is
well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Successful toss play to the right there. It's interesting. Teams seem to run the toss a lot more to the right than to the left.
It's usually a little more natural. Right-handed quarterback, typically your power side running the ball is to the right side with your guard and your tackle. In college football, they used to call it student body right because you had everyone on that side, including a fullback leading. In the pros, they don't call it that, but it's still the same result.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running with Kamara. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 43-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go play action with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. With it is Jackson. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Muhammad. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 13 at a New England 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. And a Patriot 1st down.
They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 1st down, Muhammad. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
He's brought down.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're open to do it consistently here. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
New England.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. The ball on the 8. Still could get a 1st down technically. 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Watson eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
A 6-yard pickup.
When you look at the geography, we're staring at this part of the field. Don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more.
And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on a final play of this 1st quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Ravens nothing.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Backed up now from their own 4 as they come up second down.
Mike, 53, Mike. It's going to be a... Hey, report.
And some room to maneuver. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Shifts by him. Jonathan Jones there to make the stop.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And unsuccessful there, trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up 3rd down.
But nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Jackson from the shotgun. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 22-yard line. 23 yards on the play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
At the Patriots' 23-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. This is caught. Watkins. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
12-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
That's complete right around the 8. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Deshaun Watson with his third touchdown pass of this first half. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6.
The kick is
and it's up and good.
Makes the score Patriots 21, Ravens 6. Brandon McManus set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I got you.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. The drive starts with a completion, left side. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Now Watson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
The Patriot first down.
To the air yet again, Watson. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd down and 12 at the 19-yard line. Here's Muhammad. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
In the end zone. Leads to second.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. But now it's third and goal. Now third and goal following incompletions on first and second down. Back to throw, Watson. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
For number 87, incomplete. Coverage there by Earl Thomas.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by McManus is good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
After the interception, here's Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Check 52 is the mic. Yo, 52 is the mic. Hey, what's the ball? Check it up.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And 11 at the 44-yard line.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Taken out of bounds.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. This time Jackson will throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 25, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Muhammad, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Watson. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards.
That one good for 13 and a New England 1st down. On 1st and 10, Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down.
New England.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain.
His defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
They certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They certainly have the right read on that one. The weak spot in a cover 2 defense, right down the middle because it really stresses the safeties. And they're going to be a little bit frustrated they weren't able to connect on that one.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. You don't want now, baby.
Operating from the gun, Jackson, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Jackson. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
4th down.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
He was brought down by Marcus Peters. A gain of 7 yards. And it's
Watson on 3rd down. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off at the 24. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Patriots 24, Ravens 6.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit and time fading. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Devin McCourty picks it off. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting it.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
To number 86.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
He was covered by
receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a short gain down to about the 33.
The ball carrier.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, here's Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Justin Matabike. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A shotgun snap for Watson. Wide open receiver, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Watson now. Operating from the gun. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams...
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Watson forced out to his left. This will be caught at about the 5. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 4th down, Watson. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Their own 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Push him back. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Hey, watch the slide.
Throwing now. Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Again, it's Watson. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. One last shot for Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Result of the play is a safety.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style.